What is happening, Magnusites? So, we have some new controversy about Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. What's interesting is there's a couple of controversies going on right now. So, WDW Pro, I told you they're a very reputable channel there. They go into the numbers, similar to like Valiant, Renegade, stuff like that. Analyze this stuff, see what's going on. And one of the big reasons they said that the box office is what it is because the majority of the tickets that were sold were IMAX. And then they gave what it would have been if it was just standard screenings. And I was like, oh, that's very interesting. So I suggest you check their video out on that. Should be a relatively new one because I think I saw it yesterday or the day before. But the one that caught my eye as I was scrolling, I was doom scrolling yesterday. Apparently, a few people have picked up some issues. I mean, people are already, put it this way, it's very similar to the whole Captain Marvel situation. People don't trust what's going on over on Rotten Tomatoes. If you saw my video I did yesterday with asmongold, I was doing that reaction to him. He was finding discrepancies and stuff, like the overabundance of how the scores were being done, the tally, the number. One of the examples other than Nolan's, The Odyssey, was The Woman King and his other stuff. So it's very fishy. But we were all around for the Captain Marvel debacle. That was ridiculous. People are reporting the same stuff now. They're reporting not only the Rotten Tomatoes score being fishy, but they're also talking about empty theaters. Okay? No one being there. There's another rumor going around that theaters are being bought up. People are trying to get tickets, and when they go, they actually got bad seats, but when they get there, the theater's empty. And it's like, well, wait a minute. But it said it was all bought out. So, don't know if any of this stuff is true, but we have another controversy. So, while I was doom scrolling, I came across a few different pages actually that were talking about this. So apparently, someone hacked Rotten Tomatoes or did some type of analyzation of it. And people over here are kind of fighting over whether it's truly a hack or if they just analyzed it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to read you what they have here, but I'm not going to show the screenshots because, I think it could be illegal to actually show screenshots of something that's hacked. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to take that chance. But it says here, a user hacked Rotten Tomatoes on the asmongold subreddit, parsed the json data, and found the real review score for Christopher Nolan's film, The Odyssey, and discovered that out of 886 active users, only 498 rated it positively, leaving the true score around 56.2%. A score of 97% is mathematically impossible, combined with the faked ticket sales, and this is looking more and more like widespread fraud by the Hollywood industry on a massive scale. I'm not done reading yet. Another thing that came to mind the WDW Pro was talking about is they were saying that they think, and this was before there was any headline like this, but they were talking about how they were like, they think that this is some type of, I don't want to say scam, some type of charade, if you will, to say that woke is not broke. And right after they were talking about that, they absolutely came out with certain headlines talking about, look, this proves that woke isn't broken. They were like, we told you. We told you this is what they were trying to do. So, interestingly enough, 56.2 is not far off from the Metacritic data, which has normal reviewers, non-critics, or bots, which rate the film at 51%. Needless to say, despite the reported numbers, slash revenue and opening at box office numbers, it's looking like smoke and mirrors. The film is being propped up to look like a success, but in reality, it's a cataclysmic financial failure. Might not even break even. I also have a sneaking suspicion they are manipulating ticket sales by pre-ordering tickets, very likely canceling those orders at the very last second. Otherwise, they're burning money. Well, there's a rumor that Disney was doing that with Captain Marvel. And like I told you guys before, I spoke to somebody out there in Hollywood and they was like, they do this all the time. This is nothing new. So this person absolutely believed that's what was going on at that time. And Disney absolutely had the excess money to do that if they wanted to, because they were riding so high, you know what I mean? 375 million already. Seems desperate. They are in too deep. If you ask, the movie theater should sue the Odyssey and Christopher Nolan, etc. He said, if you ask me, the movie theaters should sue them because they are hurting ticket sales for their dummy seats and is causing people to skip the movie rather than sit in terrible seats. This is fraud, and I think there is room for a massive lawsuit. And to think all of this because they just couldn't respect Greek culture and mythology and historical fiction and just cast pale actors and stay true to the source material. So this is all allegedly. I'm going to post the link below so you can go to the page and see the actual pictures and stuff like that. That's what's going on. When I was in the theater, like I said, it was empty. It was like 12 people there. Nobody clapped when I left. But I know. If I say something like that, there's always someone in the comments, mine was packed! And everybody clapped at the end, and we built a statue to Christopher Nolan's greatness. So, I don't know. However, I find it very interesting that stuff like this always comes out surrounding a movie that's highly controversial. So it is what it is. You guys can do with that information what you want. If you liked it, great. If you didn't like it, great. If you're like, meh, great. If you didn't see it, great. It is what it is. Boy, 10 million subscribers. Woo!